Real Madrid, refereeing controversies, and the future of LaLiga. Refereeing controversies are nothing new in football, but when a club as big as Real Madrid is at the center of the storm, the stakes are much higher. The recent dispute over Jude Bellingham's red card has reignited long-standing tensions between Madrid and La Liga's officiating body, the CTA. With accusations of bias, potential league departures, and calls for reform, the situation has escalated beyond a simple case of disciplinary action. But is there truly a systemic bias against Real Madrid, or is this just another instance of a club feeling aggrieved by a decision that didn't go their way? More importantly, what does this conflict mean for the future of La Liga and European football? The Bellingham red card controversy. At the heart of the issue is Jude Bellingham's dismissal during Real Madrid's match against Osasuna. The England international allegedly swore at referee Jose Luis Munuera Montero, leading to a straight red card. However, the key dispute lies in the exact words spoken. Bellingham is said to have directed a profanity towards the referee, while Madrid argues it was a misunderstanding. The difference between "off," muttered in frustration, and "you," directed at an official, can be crucial in disciplinary rulings. Madrid's frustration isn't limited to this one decision. They cite other questionable calls, such as Kylian Mbappe's rough challenge in an earlier game that was only met with a yellow card. The club believes these decisions show a pattern of unfair treatment, and their dissatisfaction has reached a point where they are reportedly considering leaving La Liga altogether. Is there a bias against Real Madrid? Bias in football refereeing is an age-old debate, often fueled by emotions and club allegiances. While Real Madrid insists there is a negative bias against them, the CTA denies any wrongdoing. However, it's not uncommon for top clubs to feel targeted due to their high-profile status and the intense scrutiny surrounding their games. That being said, refereeing inconsistencies are a problem across all major leagues. Subjective decisions, human error, and VR controversies have affected clubs at all levels. Madrid is not alone in feeling unfairly treated. Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, and even smaller La Liga teams have all had their share of complaints. The real issue may not be bias against Madrid, but rather a broader need for greater transparency and consistency in officiating. Should Real Madrid leave La Liga? The idea of Real Madrid leaving La Liga sounds dramatic, but it isn't entirely impossible. However, such a move would be extremely complicated. FIFA, UEFA, and the league Madrid wishes to join would all have to approve the switch. No major European club has ever successfully left its domestic league to join another, and the legal and logistical hurdles would be enormous. Even if Madrid could leave, would it be the right decision? La Liga is one of the world's top leagues, and Madrid is its most successful club. Their rivalry with Barcelona, historic presence, and massive fan base are deeply intertwined with Spanish football. Moving to Serie A, League One, or the Bundesliga might solve their frustrations temporarily, but it could weaken their identity and diminish the competitive charm of Spanish football. The bigger issue: refereeing reform. Instead of threatening to leave, your energy would be better spent pushing for systemic changes. Greater transparency in decision-making, clearer communication between referees and players, and stricter review processes for controversial calls could improve trust in officiating. The use of VR, while helpful, still needs refinement to avoid inconsistent interpretations. Madrid's demand for change isn't unreasonable. The case of Mason Greenwood's overturned red card last season shows that refereeing mistakes happen, and the disciplinary committee is sometimes willing to correct them. Perhaps the best course of action for Madrid is to appeal Bellingham's suspension while working within La Liga to advocate for a fairer and more accountable refereeing system. Football thrives on controversy, but when a club of Real Madrid's stature considers leaving its domestic league, it signals a deeper problem. While refereeing inconsistencies are frustrating, leaving La Liga is neither practical nor beneficial in the long run. Instead, the focus should be on improving officiating standards and fostering a fairer environment for all teams. Whether or not Bellingham's red card gets overturned, this situation should serve as a wake-up call for La Liga to modernize its refereeing processes and ensure that future controversies are handled with greater clarity and fairness.